Next one. Dr. Lupo did a thing he says he didn't do, but he very obviously did. And Atozy made a video about it. Came out 14 hours ago. So I will release it in about 2 weeks. Because I don't wanna take his views away. I won't, because I'm too small. So yeah, let's see if or how Dr. Lupo cheated. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. We will see. Atozy will know, right?
This streamer was recently caught cheating in a $100,000 chess tournament. Now, a few weeks later, he's still facing backlash, bans, and possibly the largest decline of his entire career. Then on top of that, he hasn't streamed in weeks, and his comments are filled with people saying they won't return. So it's safe to say Dr. Lupo here has done a big oopsie.
People coming in saying that you cheated against the wolf guy, okay? I got another guy on YouTube as well saying I cheated. Probably this, who called Lupo cheater? Probably Wolfie's chat. He said I looked at my left side every time before making a move. The impulse of looking at chat. Okay, dude. I don't know, man.
Yeah, spoiler alert, he did know because he cheated. So, Dr. Lupo, you probably know him from Twitch or maybe from the era where he was one of the largest streamers. A few years ago.
Yeah, I know Dr. Lupo because I played Tarkov and I watched him occasionally. I mostly watch, when it comes to Tarkov, Sharptooth, small streamer, nice guy, good content. Then the other guy from Australia, whose name I don't remember, a little bit Dr. Disrespect when he played Escape from Tarkov, which he basically never does. And yeah, a little bit of Lupo. And then there was this Italian guy whose name I forgot. But yeah, I watched Dr. Lupo a little. And now I'm here again watching him. What a surprise.
He rode Ninja's coattail into becoming one of the largest streamers on the platform, and he signed an exclusive deal with YouTube, which had, you know, the big headlines, big money, big move. That was back in the era where, you know, Ninja signed to, what was it? It was like Microsoft's streaming company that doesn't even exist anymore. What was that platform name? I think him and Shroud signed to it.
Ninja got 30 something million, and Shroud I think got about the same, I think. I don't remember. It's a couple of years ago. 5 or 6 or something like that.
Shroud. Lupo obviously didn't. Lupo signed with YouTube. Mixer. Holy. 2019. Signed a deal with Mixer. What a blast from the past. RIP Mixer. I guess we'll pour one out for that platform. But even though he had the big headlines, big money, and big moves, the hype didn't exactly hold. His live viewership on YouTube started tapering off from about 4 years ago when he signed that YouTube exclusive deal to now recently. But even though he's been on the decline for a couple of years now, he's never taken a career hit like he did now recently with PogChamps. For those you don't know, PogChamps is a massive chess tournament hosted by chess.com. It's a casual one for influencers. It features influencer personalities and celebrities playing, you know, amateur level chess for a shot of some serious prize money. It's surprisingly wholesome, usually at least when someone's not cheating. And this year, PogChamps 6 had a $100,000 prize pool and was stacked with influencers. And they have a wide range in creator size here, going from people who haven't broken 1 million subscribers all the way up to the largest creator, Mr. Beast. And even Dwight from The Office has showed up once. But this year, it was Dr. Lupo who brought the attention. And unfortunately, that attention was in the worst way possible, because on April 30th, 2025, Dr. Lupo goes up against the Pokemon influencer, Wolfie VGC. And on paper, this should have just been a slaughter, because Lupo's elo, it's around 650. Wolfie, 1347. That's like setting up a wrestling match between a 5th grader and a 12th grader. On paper, this shouldn't even be a competition. But again, because it's a casual chess tournament, they want to see how this plays out. So right out of the gate, the math wasn't mathing. Lupo lost his queen early. And if you don't know much about chess, the queen, that's the big dog. That's the heaviest hitter. You don't want to lose her. But somehow, instead of spiraling into a loss, he came back with a
Yeah, that's suspicious. That's very suspicious. That after losing a queen coming back with amateurs. Yeah, that's really really hard to do. That's that's really hard. And also, yeah, $100,000. That's a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money. But the thing is, he cheated for 100,000. I guess he didn't got it because he cheated. If he, you think his career is worth or less than $100,000 at that point? But now it might be less because has lost massive reputation. Way less people watch him. He might just have effed up.
perfect streak of 26 moves. Literal engine perfect, as in moves a high-rated chess bot would recommend. Hint, hint. And the community immediately noticed. Reddit lit up like a Christmas tree. People were dissecting every move. Grandmasters started weighing in because here's the thing. The odds of a 650 elo player nailing 26 engine perfect moves in a row are basically zero. And remember, he was down as queen as well. So this would be like losing both of your arms in a boxing match against a way superior fighter and then somehow pulling off a flawless uppercut with your eyebrows. That doesn't happen. So what happens when we get the internet accusations? I guess we get the first stage of response, which in this case was denial. So at first, Dr. Lupo denied everything because of course he did. Said he was just
Yeah, of course. Always deny. Just like Asmongold God says. Always deny. Always say you didn't do it.
having a really good game, claimed he didn't have access to outside info, said his chat wasn't even helping. He even called Wolfie during a live stream and got him to say that he didn't think something shady happened.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can indeed. Hello, hello.
How are you doing?
Good. My man, you and I had some really crazy good games. Those were the best ones that I played today. It was, of course, against the highest ranked person. And I'm sure you didn't instigate it, I'm assuming. But now my chat has had an inundation as well as social media of saying that I cheated against you.
I saw some stuff in my chat. Yeah, I certainly didn't feed into it, but yeah,
I don't think you did.
I did
Yeah.
see some messages in my chat about it.
Sorry, I guess I don't know what to say. It sucks because like
Yeah, it sucks because you got caught cheating. This is like a level of gaslighting that's almost impressive. Like
Yeah, this is painful. And all this for $100,000. Why would you ruin your career which is worth more than that? For 100K. Why would you do that? I wouldn't do that. Because with 100,000, I mean, for 100,000 I could get out of this shitty country. But then what? And what would he do with 100,000? I don't know. Invest it? Buy a new car? I don't know. Paying off his mortgage?
telling your chat that they're crazy is one thing, but calling the guy you pulled one over on and making him act offended on your behalf, that's just a whole new level.
The way that I feel about it is like this is a for fun tournament. You know what I mean? Like the stakes aren't super high. Like yeah, there's some prize money and there's pride in the line, but like, I mean, like we're playing for fun, right? It's an influencer event, so I'm not too worked up about it. You know what I mean? Like I believe you. I believe you didn't cheat.
I mean, at the end of the day, this whole competition is about having casual fun and just being an entertaining event. Wolfie was clearly on board with that. Unfortunately, not Lupo though.
I hit did 26 in a row. I don't know. I was talking out on stream. Like I didn't have chat up, and I can show like I don't know if you probably don't have my stream up right now. But this window right here is where chat is. But I minimized those when we were playing, and instinctively I just look at that fucking monitor because that's where chat always is all the time. And so it's like, yeah, I that was the one game that happened. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to explain it other than I got lucky.
Sure. But the thing is, if the chat is not there, I mean, interesting would be how long did he look in that direction? I mean, the chat isn't there because he said that the chat wasn't there, but he always look. Normally, the chat is there. So, just like me, I'm now looking at the chat. There's no one there, but I'm looking at the chat. Just in case. Of course, it's automated. You look because just in case, you know, and that's inside of you. You just do it without thinking. That's fine. But interesting would be how long did he look at that monitor? Because if there's nothing there, there's no reason to just look back at the main monitor. You get what I mean? Just looking and then back immediately because there is nothing. Fine. If he looks there and stays there for, I don't know, 10 seconds, now we are talking. But I don't have any evidence of that.
I don't know, man. It's just so tiring because I wanted this to be fun and
Yeah, it should be fun. 100%.
yeah.
Then don't cheat in a casual chess competition. He's a 600 elo, meaning he's basically brand new to this game. So there's no expectations for him to perform well at all. All he had to do was have fun in the event and make the best out of it. But instead, he cheated and just continues to deny and lie to his viewers and the other gamers. But it didn't stick. The chess community has zero tolerance for cheating, because in chess, cheating is very easy to detect and impossible to walk back. Within hours, chess.com dropped the hammer. They officially disqualified Dr. Lupo from the event, banned his account, and stated that, hey, this is a fair play violation. And I mean, honestly, that's just a nice way of saying, yeah, this man used an engine and we caught him red-handed. And while
That's bad. Sorry. If the chess people say, yeah, it's impossible that he could have played that and he cheated, then yeah, it's. I mean, I'm not a chess player. I did a little in the past when I was a kid and teenager, but that's it. I never was even any good as good as Dr. Lupo. So I just go with what the good players say. And when they say, yeah, it's 100% that he cheated, then I believe that. Because they have the expertise. I don't. So if the organizer says, yeah, you cheated, you are out, then you cheated. They will have evidence, even if it's just, we all agree on that it would have been impossible for you to do that. Even then, it's, it's fine because it's chess. It's not like you have an infinite number of things you can do. And he played perfectly, which you wouldn't be able to. Not even out of dumb luck. That's impossible.
While from the chess.com tweet, it seems like he was banned, Dr. Lupo sent out a message saying that he decided to drop out, which is kind of similar to quitting your job or stepping down after you've been fired. But in that tweet, he basically admitted to lying to Wolfie and his chat earlier, because remember, he said he didn't even look at chat for moves. See, now suddenly the story is different.
Wait, I want to read that. Regarding Chess.com PogChamps tourney. Had a ton of fun playing, but have decided to drop out of the event to help maintain competitive integrity for those involved, as well as the tourney organizers. Having the main stream up on my left monitor over the course of the day today to watch other games being played led to me getting move information I shouldn't have had for a game. That's on me and no one else. That's my up. I apologize. You would think I would know better, but here we are. Okay, yeah, he cheated. If he wouldn't have cheated, he wouldn't have written something stupid like that. Because this is stupid. Why would... Don't post things that contradict the official things. You got kicked out of the tourney. You didn't step down. That's a direct contradiction what the others said. So who are we supposed to believe? The organizers who run a tournament or the person that's accused of cheating? In this case, the organizer, 100%.
Because remember, he said he didn't even look at chat for moves. See, now suddenly the story.
Unless this was posted before they kicked him out. Then we have to believe him. But it depends. If it's 5 minutes earlier, then of course not. But when it's hours, then you can make the argument.
Is different after he's been caught, but now it still seems like at this point he's still trying to cover his bases a bit. But then on May 2nd, Dr. Lupo finally came clean. He streamed a video titled Update and admitted he used an engine to guide his moves, and he said that it was essentially a panic decision, a fight or flight moment.
I know a lot of people were like, he's only apologizing because he got caught. I think initially anybody's always going to only apologize because they got caught, and I think it's about what happens after that.
So at the end, he cheated. At the end, he cheated. Why? $100,000. Who wants to bet during the time of the tournament? Until he cheated, he made at least 2K, which means 2% of that. Why not just not do it and get 100K, in your normal job? Because that's his job. Don't do things that interfere with your job. He did by cheating. Because now this thing will always be there. People will always be, oh, he's a cheater. Well, it might be gone away in a couple of weeks or months. I don't know. But, some people will remember.
If they try to cover up, go into hiding, pretend that it didn't happen. I've seen a lot of creators, man, do a thing and pretend it didn't happen. And I told myself with this that I just can't do that.
Well, I mean, he did try to pretend it didn't happen, though, for a minute there, as I've shown here. But that apology stream basically went on for about an hour. He apologized to viewers, other gamers, dropped names, offered money, and after rambling for a bit, he said this.
Luckily for me, the only person that I need to seek real forgiveness and validation from is me.
Wow. No? That's narcissistic stuff. No, how about the people you cheated on? How about the tournament organizers who you sabotaged by cheating in the tournament? How about your viewers? You lied to. I mean, it's so easy to see that it's not. This is not even having the balls, it's just being arrogant.
I mean, that's kind of an odd thing to say during your apology. But why did he do this in the first place? Well, according to Lupo, it came down to insecurity and validation.
It's like every negative comment is a reset button on my internal approval. Since I have trouble generating it myself, I seek validation and approval from outside. The positive.
With other words, he's insecure and weak. I mean, don't get me wrong. Having, people say nice things about you, to you, that's nice. Of course, it's nice. But basing your whole being around that's bad. That's really bad. That's really, really bad. That's major red flag.
Positive stuff is great. The positive stuff is what I am addicted to. And then a negative comment hits and it resets the progress bar. People talked about, this was a big one for me. People talked about, look at him celebrating his win after he cheated. I did, right? I beat Wolf. I felt really good, but it didn't feel good because of winning. I was celebrating the approval and validation hits I was getting from chat. Go back and watch the stream. Watch the chat feedback, people going crazy. What you actually saw was a person getting their drug fix.
Well, I believe that. It's true that streamers can get addicted to views and or praise.
Yeah,
we see
I
this on
believe
this
that too.
channel all the time, of like the insane stuff that people do just for some basic attention on the internet. Well, the problem with this is it's definitely opened quite the can of worms, because this leads to the next question. Is this the first time he's cheated like this?
Good question, isn't it? That's a really, really good question. And I think we all know the answer. We all know it, right? We all know the answer. We all know it. It's a yes. Of course. Of course he did. Why wouldn't he? If it fixes his, addiction, of course he would. Of course. Every junkie does that.
He's actively admitted to being addicted to receiving praise for winning, so doubt. I will say his initial responses were hard to watch, to put it lightly. And while him admitting this doesn't justify anything, it does make the story feel a little bit more human. So the apology train continued. He tweeted out this monster response, which, I mean, I won't read all of this, but
Yeah, me
he also
neither.
drops a bunch of names and him going back to therapy. He's since also offered to pay the full $100,000 prize pool for PogChamp 7, which would be the following event. And if chess.com doesn't want to accept it, he offered to donate the same amount to some chess-related charity. On paper, that's a pretty big gesture. Whether it's enough to undo the damage he's caused or not, that's still up for debate. I mean, I don't see a likely scenario of him ever competing in PogChamps ever again after that. It's also just such a massive reputation and image blow to him, because he came up in this like esports era. Like, the only reason I knew who this guy was he was playing a bunch with Ninja, who at the time was one of the best Fortnite players. So when you're in the aura of one of the best esports players in the world, and then suddenly you come out as a cheater in the future, it's just not a good look for your career overall. Like, if this was like some sort of like funny moments creator, it wouldn't affect them as much as someone who kind of tryhards in video games and tries to come across as a good video game player. But a lot of people are at least acknowledging how rare it is to see someone in this space admit and try to repair the damage. Right now, though, as I stated, Dr. Lupo's reputation is still in recovery mode. Chess.com has banned him, fans are skeptical, viewership is down, and whether he bounces back...
Chess.com banned him? Like, he literally can't play on chess.com? That's big. That's really big. It's not even they banning him from tournaments. They just completely from the entire website. That's big. That's actually big.
I don't know. If he fades quietly away into the variety streaming and I guess low-key charity work, maybe people forgive and forget, but if he tries to jump back into any sort of competitive space, you better believe this is going to come with him. Like this is going to follow him for a long time. He didn't just break the rules, he broke the trust of the community, where at least a portion of them actually wanted him to succeed. And that might just be his biggest loss ever, because unfortunately it takes years to build trust and only a few minutes to break it. I also wanted to add that I am actually kind of surprised that he's been quiet for this long. I wanted to originally wait with this video to kind of see so I can have some of the aftermath going on here, but the fact that he's been radio silent for the last 2 weeks, that's not good, especially when it went from streaming very regularly to just complete ghost after.
Wow, that's a lot. I wonder what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. That's this is big. A streamer that's basically online every day just disappearing, that's big.
This. It'll definitely be interesting to see when he returns and how the response to his return will be like. But hey, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Okay, that was an Atozy video. What can we learn after that? Don't cheat while you are streaming, I guess. It's something very stupid to do.